Welcome back, everybody. It's a brand new episode of 5 Minute Majors. I'm your host, Derek Harper. Well, bad news for the WHL. The drought continues. Congratulations to the OHL and the London Knights as the Knights clinched their third Memorial Cup title in franchise history. They defeated the WHL's Medicine Hat Tigers 4-1. The drought now stands at 11 years. That was when the Edmonton Oil Kings won it in 2014. So, congratulations to the Oil Kings, I guess, getting to keep that record longer as the last WHL Memorial Cup champion. And I'm sure we'll see them make some deep runs here in the near future because they never stay down for too long. But we'll get right to it with the 2025 Memorial Cup All-Star team that was announced on Monday. The London Knights and the Medicine Hat Tigers. Obviously, they were the ones that showed out. So we'll get started. Forward, Easton Cowan from the London Knights. Congratulations to him. And then the likely future number one pick in 2026, Gavin McKenna from the Medicine Hat Tigers. Also a forward. Denver Barkey from the London Knights. Defenseman, Sam Dickinson, London Knights. Defenseman, Tanner Molendyk and Nashville Predators prospect from the Medicine Hat Tigers. And then from the London Knights, goalie Austin Elliott. Congratulations to those players. As far as the impact that the offseason will have on Medicine Hat with Penticton's expansion selection, whether it'll be a draft pick or a player, is yet to be seen. Once we learn that news, we will write that up and put it in a video. So you will hear about that whenever that news breaks. And kind of with that now, all the hypotheticals, all the speculation begins of what's going to happen to major junior hockey in the coming years. Will there be interleague competition against, like, say, the BCHL or the USHL? Will the All-Star game be against one of those two leagues instead of like a US National Development Program versus CHL All-Star game? Um, Will the expansion help with the Memorial Cup and the WHL with Penticton, and then next year or the year after that, yet to be named Chilliwack franchise? Maybe the right players just have to come together, but I think this was probably the WHL's year. However, the Kelowna Rockets are hosting next year, so you cannot rule them out. The host teams have had some luck, obviously not this season, but in the past we've seen that. So we'll see what happens there. But as far as the future goes, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. The WHL announced on Wednesday the home opening dates for the 2025 to 26 regular season. Some interesting matchups. Usually it's like divisional rivals. Uh, Penticton will face rival Kelowna in their home opener. But the one that kind of has me scratching my head a little bit, the Portland Winterhawks, after a completely renovated Memorial Coliseum over the offseason, which I'm excited to see what those renovations look like outside of renderings. They'll play the Saskatoon Blades. I think the matchup will be very entertaining, very tight game, but I'm just a little surprised there because usually it'd be against Seattle or Everett, somebody like that. But I guess the Blades are going to do their U.S. swing really early, so be interesting to see. Maybe it helps the Winterhawks with playing maybe a little bit higher level competition. Then you could argue some of the U.S. division is. Uh, I know the Blades didn't make a huge deep run, but it was quite the showdown last year when they played in Portland. So we'll see what happens there. The CHL also announced back on Wednesday, May 28th, an equipment deal. Beginning with next season, Under Armour will become the exclusive jersey and socks and exclusive training footwear and apparel partner of the CHL, its member leagues, and 61 clubs, while Bauer will serve as the official equipment supplier. So there's that. And another challenge that the CHL and NCAA agreement has presented is players leaving teams earlier than they might um, for college instead of staying through their 20-year-old season in the CHL. So we'll see how teams adjust to that in the coming year. This is obviously kind of the first year of that, and first year of kind of players doing that after the season ended. So we'll see maybe the sort of players that choose to go the NCAA route versus stay in the CHL. But that is definitely something to watch. As for any other future news, we'll keep you posted in next week.